3 families, 3 boats, 1 holiday, and a windmill.
Right, we are going on holiday with my mum and my dad and my brother and his girlfriend, and we're going to the Netherlands. And why are we doing this? Why are we getting 3 ferries across the North Sea? Well, let's have a look at what we're going to do. We're going to go to Center Parks, and this is an idea of the prices that you'll see. So Dutch Center Parks, right on the brilliant Gravelingen or Gravelingen Meer. Anyway, it's on the it's on the English Channel. It's on the North Sea, and you can get it for a boatload cheaper than you can get the same time in the UK. We're talking £1,500 cheaper, if not £2,000 cheaper, depending on the accommodation that you choose, and that kind of covers your ferry. And you get to go to the Netherlands and have a great time and see lots of other things too. So join us for the video, getting the car packed, setting off on the ferry, and this first episode will finish when we arrive at Center Parks.
Hi everyone, we have another EV holiday in the Kona coming up. We're just going to drive to the North Shields Ferry from Whitley Bay, 5 miles or something, absolutely nothing. And we're going to go to the Netherlands because the ferry is to Amsterdam. So we're going to have a day out in Amsterdam tomorrow, and then we're going to drive down to Center Parks, which is in Zeeland, which is on the southwest coast of the Netherlands. So far, we've got absolutely nothing in the back, just the kids' car seats. I have hoovered a little bit, but we're still a bit dirty, and the kids have managed to scratch the back of the seats quite well with their feet and messing about, but we've packed quite efficiently this time. You see, you've got a huge adult suitcase, so the largest one. This is what I would always think of as a normal adult suitcase sort of size, but I've got 2 of these kids' mini suitcases in, and managed to squeeze in their scooters, and now I'm just going to show you how I would squeeze in the rest of the stuff. So this is like a compact SUV vehicle, but it's a crossover. So it's kind of like a Ford Fiesta on stilts, but you can get a reasonable amount in the boot. And at present, I'm going to see if I can get away with no roof box. So all I would have to do is put this in between their feet now. Probably keep crisp in here. When I take the crisps out, pop them in there. Then nothing important is going to get squished in here. Let's just get that in. Wonderful. Boot should be able to close, I think, just fine. And so they might only have their scooter helmets in there, in the back. Right, let's see if that closes. Okay. So yeah, sorry for the terrible views there. I will edit something over the top, and I'll put the dimensions of the car really. So only 385 litres of boot space, but if you take out the parcel shelf and if you take out the false floor, it's actually bigger, and it's quite substantial really. And then, because I'm the only person in this car for the majority of time, having a bigger one might not really be necessary. So how far are we going to go? Well, yeah, just 5 miles to the ferry. The car's reading 270 miles because I've had the roof box on for camping, so the efficiency is a bit lower. But the battery's still great. We're still at 100% state of health. And then we've only got maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours down from Amsterdam to Zeeland, Port Zelande. And we've just done loads of kayaking in the Lake District, and we really enjoyed it. So there's loads of water sports to do here too, in addition to just swimming in the pool and enjoying a bit of Center Parks, which is why we're taking the scooters in the helmets, because we might rent some bikes and things. And I might even rent a electric motorbike. So tune into the channel, I'll let you know all the distances we cover, and how well the car does, and what the charging's like. Now, last time we were in the Netherlands, I'll put a playlist here, we had 44p, 45p, 46p, can't quite remember, by some like typical Dutch sounding charging network, Oranje Boom or something like that. Well, that's beer, isn't it? But it was Oranje something anyway. And that was quite competitive. It was cheaper than petrol. It was really convenient, it just being there in the car park. And that was at the De Kampervennen Center Parks on the southeast of the country, down near Eindhoven. And that was that was cheaper than petrol, and it was really convenient just being in the car park. But now looking, another brand has taken that over, put their branding on, it's like 56p. And Dutch EV charging has gone up a little bit, so almost as expensive as UK stuff. So quite often it's 50 or 60p. So we'll see how cheap we can get it. And I'm going to be relying on my Octopus Electroverse card. So if you want my referral code down there to get a £5 for creating an account with Octopus, that's good. And I'll let you know how it goes. I guess my backups are, if just contactless doesn't work, I've got the Hyundai one. They tend to add a lot of money to the charge costs. If you want to learn more about that, then have a look on, what's it called, EV Dabbler. Nice French bloke, and he was sort of covering how much charging was by different operators, different sort of, what do you call them? We call them roaming apps. So Octopus Electroverse is a roaming app. ChargePoint are another one. I used to have their app. I think I've uninstalled it, but I've got an account with them and it's linked to my payment card. So this might be useful too. So we'll see if they're cheaper. And then I've got loads of other ones. The only one I would recommend really is Instavolt. The reason I do this is because if you're just using contactless, they charge you their 85, 89p, whatever it is. But if you've got an account with them, you get it cheaper, especially after 9. So if you're going to go use Instavolt during the day, Octopus will give you 8% discount for having Octopus Intelligent at home, or 5% for having Octopus Go. If after 8 o'clock though, you really want to use theirs, if you don't have Signal and you can't use the app, or you don't want to mess around with an app, you can just have your RFID card, go on the app, put your payment card in, and then you can just dab your Instavolt card and get 54p, which is out of hours. They do have a few special sites. I'll show you an email. I'll pop this up on the screen now, an email I have from them. They've got about 10 sites that are called the Summer Bonanza or the Summer Sale or something that they're doing for 54p in hours and 50p out of hours, I think. Or it might be with the app, it's 50p, and with roaming, it's 54p. So this is EV charging coming down a lot, which is great. And I do have some other things, but I never use them. So we can forget about those. And you don't need any of these. You can use apps if you prefer. You can order these. Most of them are free. Octopus was free. Instavolt was free. And they're just kind of like for convenience, and they don't ever need to leave the car. So you could leave them in the glove box in a little wallet, or I just leave them in my pockets of the car. Okay, right, so that's enough waffle and chat. I'll show you the map of how we're going to get to the Netherlands, and hopefully some clips of the fun we have in Amsterdam. See you in the next one. Right guys, so we're about to set off to go to the ferry a little early. We're supposed to get on about 5 or 4, I think they open the gates, but because it's so busy they've asked us to come at 12, which doesn't spoil any plans really, because we've just been packing. This is the only bit that we've had to have in the car, so I'll quickly show you this. We've only got a bag in between their 2 car seats, and down here is our travel bag with tomorrow morning's change of clothes. And so I think the Kona's done really well actually, so I'll quickly unhook you and just show you what we've got. So if we look from one girl's side, can't do that. So we've got a wall between them so they can't fight. So this is absolutely ideal. And they do have some like Gruffalo puzzle games actually they play on these things, so they come in handy for longer trips. So yeah, got plenty of room, nothing in front of their legs, so we're just about coping. So no roof box, so we don't have to carry around a giant wind sail whenever we're driving around the Netherlands. That will be empty once we get there, so that is kind of absolutely ideal. So we're all ready to set off. And I can't wait to go, really. Let me know if you've got any questions about the trip, and I might just show you us driving onto the ferry when we get there. Okay, see you soon. Are you dying?
You have to put some music on now to cover my death rattle.
I'll mute it anyway.
Do not have my consent to put my voice onto the internet.
I think she wants the camera turned in round. You can see the big boat,
Do
can
not
you?
have my consent to put my image onto the internet.
It's the same big boat.
Yeah.
You don't own the photons that bounce off of you.
Why does it always have to be the same big boat?
We went on a different big boat last time. Yeah.
That car's from the Netherlands, where we're going.
Why do you miss two then?
It's going back
That
along.
car's from the Netherlands, where we're going. And it's electric.
Why?
Hey guys, we're outside our room, so let's just get in, give you a little tour. Very light and airy, because for the first time ever, on our third trip on the ferry, we have a porthole. You call them portholes? We have a window. And I've shown you this before on the ferry, but you get your third and fourth bed by pulling them down, and you've got ladders over here in order to climb up that you attach to parts of the bed, like so. But for moving around during the day, you can do that. Beautifully, just outside here, we have the Doggerbank wind farm maintenance and service centre by Equinor out there. We've had a bit of an upgrade. This is a different ship from one we got from Newcastle before. This is the Copenhagen, Princess Seaways Copenhagen by DFDS. You get a wet room. We had a tiny little corner shower before, where the shower head was over here, and you had a triangular sort of area, and you use this curtain. You've got a bit more room to have a shower in this one. I'm only 5'9", so 6 footers might struggle a little bit. You might have to pick that up. And the one in the hole, the drains would get blocked every now and again, and so you get an overflow. So presumably the drains are fine in this one, it'll all be okay. But yeah, quite a nice little bathroom really. Infinite camera loop, perhaps. And yeah, you got your loo. And otherwise you do have some USB points C and A for charging phones on either side, so that's useful. There is European and more USB-Cs, so I might charge the girls' headphones, because we're down for the first time on floor 4, which is going to be by the engines. There's going to be a lot of noise, so get the girls some headphones so they can get off to sleep. And yeah, so I might just quickly charge those and then head back up to the girls' soft play to have some fun. So let me say goodbye here in the room, and we'll jump upstairs to the main floor, floor 6, and show you where all the buffets and things are. So 3, 2, 1. So yeah, quickly confirmed that all these do work for USB A to Cs, and the headphones are charging, so all good. I'll see you upstairs. 3, 2, 1.
So guys, this is the map of the ship, where you can see where all the cafes are, where the buffets are, where the bar is, and how to get about. You've got the main stairs. There are a few lifts if you need to. You can see the films advertised there. So there was Stitch, and that was the Formula 1 movie. And they're showing you a little bit of, I don't know where the hell,
We're on
or something.
Deck 7 now. You can get beautiful views across the way to South Tyneside. Smashing. And this is where the kids' soft play is. So let's have a wee look over there. There's Lego to play with for the dads. I don't know what the kids are going to play with. The bistro is also on floor 7, which is great, as well as the cafe, which is really nice. Let's have a look at the menu. So you've got some sushi, you've got some steak, lamb cooked to your liking, lots of different variety, and you've got in Dutch and German apparently, which is nice. So let's go explore deck 8, eh? Everything's really nice as you walk around the boat. There is a cinema somewhere. I've forgotten which deck it's on. Aha, and you're allowed outside. Let's have a quick peek. Beautiful, eh? It's been a bit overcast all day, but now we've got lovely views. Right, deck 9 is mainly full of cabins and things, and there's nothing to see. But on the Tyneside, on the north side of the river, on the North Shield side, you've got this beautiful view. Now, these cars all parked here that you might be able to just see. See if I can zoom in for you. I've only got 2 times zoom, I'm afraid. The quality does drop a little bit because it's not optimal. This is actually the VW import site, so not on this ferry, but they must drop them off down here or something. This is actually all VW cars. Now, skeptics among you may say that, oh, all these EVs parked, but I can literally see them, and the majority are combustion engine vehicles. sadly. Shouldn't be allowed anymore in my opinion, but there you go. But yeah, you can see a few ID4s, ID buzzes, ID3s. Can't actually see any ID7s, but I'm sure they're in there somewhere. But yeah, so it's just a huge mix. And there is another one the other side over there. And now if you saw my North Tyneside Wind video, you can probably just make out one of the huge, next to this pylon, you can probably just make out some of the Willington Quay steel structures that are going to go offshore for a substation. That might be Dogger Bank C or B. I think they're probably already installed, aren't they? But it might be D, for example. That's just over there still. This over here is Inflator Nation, which in summer holidays is the hottest place known to man, and I don't recommend it. Really fun in winter, no good in summer. So yeah, we'll try and get up on the sky deck, and I'll show you some. So these are the queue of people still coming on. It's extremely busy. Got people queuing up before passport control, and car inspection, and then the queue to come on the ship. And then these two lads are telling people to come on either entrance. It's turned into a beautiful day. It's been overcast all day. It's wonderful now. This is the Sky Bar. It's extremely busy today, which is nice. And this is a different ship. And it's got a much larger Sky Bar than I like. Well, not that I like, that I'm used to. It's brilliant, Some people with some Aperol. We try not to get anyone's kids who wants their kids in a video. So you get to see my ugly mug. But you can't go to the front of the ship actually, which is a shame. But there's some blues around the back. There's soft drinks. Let's go downstairs and check a couple of bits out. A couple of other decks. I'm on deck 10 now. It's quite loud, isn't it, with the aircon behind us? But there's deck 9 and 8 have got small areas at the back. They're a lot less busy. And yeah, you can just see some of the, these are all Dutch cars because they've got the yellow number plates at the front, all coming on. Yeah, it's exciting. And you can just see this is the Royal Princess Quay, I believe. And when I did my Polestar review down here, the Polestar 4 short was done down here, and I got a parking fine. Whoops. So yeah, and there's some new houses going in on the South Shield side. They do have token solar panels in, you might be able to see, or not. I'll zoom in for you again. Hold, tap, right, here we go. So this is the north-facing side, so you can't see some. But if you look over here on the east and west, they've got a couple, but yeah, vastly undersized arrays, really. Home builders only tend to do token efforts, which is a bit sad, really. They're taking things seriously for the homeowners. They'd put a real array in, wouldn't they? It's called kind of annoying nonsense. But yeah, go back to the kids and have a good time. See you soon. This place is the nightclub. Some gambling machines if you want to lose some money. And a nice bar with lots of different drinks available. And these are the kind of like your liqueur coffees. So the Columbus Club is the nightclub. And yeah, the Newcastle and the Hull ferries are all slightly different. Ooh, what beer we've got? We've got Wold Gold on. Amazing. By Wold Top Brewery. So we've got some nice, amazing East Yorkshire beer. And yeah, so this on the Hull ferry, which is not DFDS, it's the other brand, it's P&O, had a pub quiz. But yeah, you can come down here and dance, so I might get the kids to come and have a good time later. We'll have a little look around. It's kind of amazing. Oh, right, some more gambling machines, should you wish to lose some money. You do get warned when these things get turned off as well. They're desperate for you to do your money, so they tell you. And it's only offshore, so if you're inshore, they just turn them off. And you get warnings. And there is a lot of tannoy warnings for like when the shop, the duty-free and things, is open, or when you need to collect your stuff by, if you're gonna buy, that sort of thing. So yeah, I better get back to deck 7 and see how the kids are doing. But I might see if they want to go up to the Sky Bar because it was so lovely up there. Although I'm not sure we'll get a table. So let's check out the buffet. You got some nice bread. You got a cool cheese board. What else have we got? You've got some smoked salmon, roast dinners, chicken kebab, continental commons. Got some amazing salad. Mussels. Oh, I need some mussels. What have you got? You got some pizzas, you got some burgers, pudding. Looks amazing. Ooh, fruit. Nice. We've got some bitterballen. You've got fish and chips. You've got mac and cheese. That's pudding.
So just a few snaps of us having fun on the outboard ferry. Had a really great time. We really loved the buffet. It's fairly good value. I'll put the prices up somewhere in here. For adults it's €25 or 25 quid, something like that. And the breakfast buffet is cheaper at 12 quid, $12.95. And while we were there was this great Orca talk by a charity as well. There was loads to do in the bar, in the nightclub. There was some live music and stuff. It was really
This morning with the cereals and breads, cakes, croissants, fresh fruits. Here's your cooked breakfast. I'd say I fancy the German sausages. Yogurt and fruit. Right everyone, we're almost there. We've probably just got about half an hour till we land in Netherlands. See it behind us with the big cloud. The great thing about the Amsterdam ferry is you kind of arrive into this huge wind farm array, which is quite nice to see. And we've got a charity over here on the left, which is the Orca charity, and they help you spot whales and dolphins and anything that you might see on the water, so we're looking forward to it. I think the port might be down here. I think port down there, so looking forward to that. But yeah, beautiful morning, had a great night's sleep, excited for the day. We're going to go to Amsterdam and I don't know what we'll do. There's Anne Frank's place, there's a few other museums, there's the Van Gogh, or Van Gogh if you're English, museum that we might go to. Loads of stuff to do. Looking forward to it. This is one of the balconies that you get, and some of the lifeboats. It's not too chilly up here actually. It's August, I don't know, when we left it was about 17 degrees in the UK. It's supposed to peak around 20, 21 here, so don't know what it is at 9 AM. But yeah, just gonna have a little walk around the boat. See you in a bit. Docks down this way, darling.
That means we're moving back.
Yeah, can you see that big tower? What colour is that big tower? Can you show me? Can you see it on your left? What colour is that big tower?
Red.
Yeah. Which bit of the port do you think we're going to land on, darling? We're going to go down that way, or we're going to land over here? Where do you think?
Well, why are we moving back?
We're not back, I think this is the front of the boat. I think the front of the boat's that way. We're not allowed at the front of the boat.
What do
actually ended up doing was driving into the centre of Amsterdam and finding a multi-storey car park in Jordan after parking at Rembrandt Park and having a little bit of a leg stretch after getting off the ferry and out of the car. But I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend trying to find a car park next to a tram station and just getting the tram in, because it felt like you were kind of like ruining the city driving down these beautiful little streets that you've come to see, but you're sort of driving down them in your car and you feel like a massive douche with everyone cycling or walking past you. You feel like you're ruining Amsterdam as an idiot tourist. So I would recommend, if you wanted to go into central Amsterdam, find a tram stop, park your car there, and go in on tram. Be much easier, much less stressful, and you don't have to worry about the one-way systems and whether your car can fit through all these tiny little beautiful streets. But the Jordan area was lovely. I really recommend that. City breaks are a bit hard with young kids. They don't want to see the museum necessarily, or go in the old buildings, or see the nice old squares. But yeah, I would really recommend going to Jordan. That was a great part of the city. The Anne Frank Museum's right in the centre of the city, right by the main central square with the Parliament building and a few other gorgeous settings as well. Some of the architecture we walked past on the way out was really traditional Dutch stuff and all looked superb. We walked along a canal down to the car, and there was this great show that was on. We saw loads of EVs, lots of Citroen Amis seem to be very popular in this dense Dutch city, and you can see why. And there was a few interesting shops along the way as well, which looked very entertaining. Looks like there was going to be a big Dutch TV show filmed with a little party on the side streets as well. So that along the canal looked amazing. Anyone worried about driving in the Netherlands needs to fear not. Obviously, you're on the right-hand side of the road, as most of the rest of the world is, but actually it's really easy. The Dutch seem very friendly. Occasionally you can get a bit of traffic where you're going to go over a bridge that is a bit like Tower of London and lifts up to let a large ship past or something like that. Or you can get some traffic around Rotterdam or other cities. We had some around Eindhoven, but it was fairly rare. Even when we went to Efteling, there was very little traffic. Can't be stressed about it too much. There's loads of wind turbines everywhere, so I've included some footage of that. And the final bit of footage will be us pulling into Centre Park. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, like, comment, and subscribe. Have a look at my Octopus Energy referral code down below. You can get 50 quid for switching to Octopus Energy, loads of green energy, and they're fairly cheap as well, so it's kind of win-win-win. If you want to travel around Europe like me with stress-free charging, then do look at the Octopus Electroverse app and use my code below to sign up, and you get a £5 credit. So do I. Other things include Instavolt. Instavolt can be expensive, but actually overnight, after 8 p.m, it's only 54p, which is very competitive. And if you download the app with my code below, you will get a tenner credit, which is great. All you've got to do is charge 10 kilowatt hours after downloading the app with my code. And final thing is Backmarket. Backmarket is an electronic device recycling, reusing, fixing, and buying site. If you want to use my code for a tenner off, I get a tenner, you get a tenner. We're all quids in, and I've bought loads of my electronics through there. It's always really good, high quality stuff with good battery life, and nothing's ruined or scratched. Even if you get the fair quality and not good or excellent, I'd highly recommend it.